The old clock. When Adam was a child, he never thought about time. Days passed easily. Morning came, night arrived, and everything felt endless. He believed tomorrow would always be there, just like air, just like sunlight. Adam grew up, got busy, and started working. Life became a routine. Wake up, work, sleep, wake up again. Years moved quietly, without asking permission. One evening, while walking home, Adam noticed an old man sitting alone on a bench. The man was holding a strange clock. It was old, heavy, and golden, with slow ticking sounds that felt louder than the street around them. Adam stopped and looked at it. The old man smiled. "This clock," he said softly, "does not show time. It shows value." Adam laughed politely. He was tired. He had deadlines, messages, and plans waiting on his phone. "How can a clock show value?" Adam asked. The old man raised the clock slightly and said, "Every second it moves, something is leaving your life forever." Adam felt uncomfortable. He wanted to walk away, but something kept him there. Maybe the calm voice, maybe the silence between the ticks. The old man continued, "When you waste time, you don't lose minutes, you lose chances." Adam looked at the clock again. For the first time, the ticking scared him. The old man slowly handed the clock to Adam. "Keep it," he said, "but be careful. Once you understand it, you can never ignore time again." Adam hesitated, then took the clock. That night, he could not sleep. The ticking echoed in his mind, and that was the moment his life quietly began to change. The weight of seconds. Adam woke up before his alarm. That had never happened before. The room was dark, quiet, and still, but the ticking was there. Not loud, not fast, just steady, calm, unforgiving. Tick, tick, tick. The clock was on his desk. Adam sat up and stared at it. He had placed it there the night before, telling himself it was just an old object, just a strange moment with a strange old man. But it didn't feel like just anything anymore. He picked it up. It was heavier than yesterday. Adam frowned. That made no sense. He checked the time on his phone. Normal, everything normal. Yet the clock in his hands felt different, as if it carried something invisible. Responsibility. Adam went through his morning routine, but slowly. Brushing his teeth, he caught his reflection in the mirror. He looked fine, young enough, healthy, alive. Yet something bothered him. "How much time have I already wasted?" he whispered. At work, Adam noticed things he had never noticed before. People scrolling endlessly, complaining about days they would never get back, waiting for the right moment to start living. His coworker laughed and said, "Man, time flies. Life's short." Adam looked at the clock in his bag. No one else could hear it, but he could. Tick, tick. During lunch, Adam didn't touch his phone. He watched people instead. A woman rushing while eating. A man staring into space. A young guy dreaming, doing nothing. Everyone was spending time. No one was protecting it. That night, Adam went home early. Not because he was tired, because the clock felt heavier again. He placed it on the table and spoke out loud, feeling ridiculous. "What do you want from me?" The ticking didn't stop. Then, suddenly, the clock slowed. Adam's heart raced. A memory appeared in his mind. Clear, sharp. A moment years ago, when he wanted to learn something new. He remembered saying, "I'll do it later." Later never came. The clock ticked again. Faster now. Another memory. A call he didn't answer. A visit he postponed. A chance he ignored. Adam understood. The clock wasn't magic. It was honest. Time had always been speaking. He just never listened. That night, Adam made a decision. A small one. Not dramatic. Not perfect. But real. He wrote one sentence on a piece of paper. "I will respect time before it stops respecting me." The clock felt lighter for the first time, and Adam realized something terrifying and beautiful at the same time. Every second he used well gave him power. The first change. Adam woke up early again. This time it was not an accident. The room was quiet. The light was soft. The clock was still there, ticking, calm, watching. Adam did not feel fear. He felt alert. He sat on the bed and thought. Yesterday he decided to respect time. Today he had to prove it. He did not touch his phone. That alone felt strange. Minutes passed. He noticed them. He washed his face slowly. He made his bed. He stood by the window and looked outside. People were already rushing. Adam asked himself a simple question. What will I do with this hour? Not tomorrow. Not next year. This hour. He opened a notebook. An old one. Empty pages. He wrote one goal. Become better than yesterday. Nothing big. Nothing fancy. Just honest. The clock ticked. Adam chose one task he had avoided for years. Learning a new skill. He started small. Very small. 10 minutes. No pressure. No excuses. 10 minutes became 20. The clock felt lighter again. At work, Adam acted differently. He listened more. He spoke less. He finished tasks fully. Not halfway. Not later. People noticed. They asked why he looked focused. Adam smiled. He did not explain. During lunch, he walked instead of scrolling. He breathed. He thought. Time felt slower. Not because it changed. Because he did. That evening, Adam felt tired. But it was a good tired. The clock ticked softly. For the first time, Adam understood something important. Discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Every small choice was shaping him. Time was no longer chasing him. He was walking with it. Before sleep, Adam looked at the clock. It did not feel heavy anymore. It felt fair. And Adam knew this was only the beginning. The test of old habits. The next morning was different. Adam woke up late. The alarm did not ring. Or maybe it did, and he ignored it. The clock was loud now, ticking harder, judging. Adam felt that old feeling. The heavy one. He stayed in bed. His phone was close. Just 5 minutes, he thought. 5 minutes became 30. The day started running again. Adam rushed. He skipped breakfast. He felt angry. At work things went wrong. Small mistakes. Slow. Focus. The old Adam was back. He felt disappointed. Not in the world. In himself. The clock was everywhere. On the wall. On the computer. Inside his head. Time was leaving again. Adam wanted to quit. He thought maybe this change thing was fake. Maybe people never really change. He remembered the old man. The calm voice. The steady hands. The honest eyes. Time does not wait, but it teaches. Adam took a deep breath. He stopped running. In the middle of the day, he paused. People looked at him. He did not care. He closed his eyes for 10 seconds. Not to escape. To return. He opened his notebook. The same sentence was there. Become better than yesterday. Yesterday he was better, so today he could be better again. Not perfect, just better. He fixed one mistake, then another. Slowly, the clock softened. That evening, Adam felt the pull again. The couch, the phone, the noise. He almost gave in. Almost. Instead, he stood up. He chose one hard thing. Just one. He worked quietly. No music. No distractions. Time passed. It did not hurt. When Adam finished, he smiled. Not a big smile. A real one. Before sleep, he looked at the clock. It was still ticking, but it was not angry. Adam understood something new. Old habits never disappear. They wait. And every day you choose. Run from time, or walk with it. Adam turned off the light. Tomorrow would test him again, and that was okay. The first quiet change. Morning came again. The clock rang. Adam opened his eyes. For 1 second, he wanted to close them again. The bed was warm. The world was heavy. Then he remembered. Not the old man. Not the words. He remembered the feeling from last night. That small, honest smile. Adam sat up. Slow. Calm. He did not rush. He did not check his phone. He just sat. The clock ticked. This time, it did not feel like pressure. It felt like movement. Adam stood up. He washed his face. Cold water. It woke him. In the mirror he looked normal. Nothing special. Nothing different. But something inside was quieter. He ate breakfast. Simple food. No noise. He left the house early. The street looked the same. Cars. People. Sounds. But Adam noticed things. A man laughing, a child running, a bird on a wire. Time was still moving, but Adam was moving with it. At work, something strange happened. He focused, not hard. Focus, not forced, just present. Tasks that felt heavy before felt lighter now. Not easy. Lighter. The clock on the wall moved. Adam noticed hours passing, but they did not disappear. They stayed with him. A coworker talked to him. Adam listened. The coworker smiled. That had not happened before. At lunch, Adam did not rush. He ate slowly. He thought about the old man, how he held the clock, like it was fragile, like it mattered. Adam realized something important. Time respects attention. When you respect time, it gives you space. The afternoon came. Energy usually dropped here. Today it dipped, but did not fall. Adam felt tired, but not empty. After work, he walked home. Not fast, not slow, balanced. He passed the old shop. The door was open. The old man was inside. Adam stopped. He did not plan to go in. His feet decided. The old man looked up. He smiled. No surprise. You came back, he said. Adam nodded. I think something changed, Adam said. The old man listened. Adam talked. About the morning. About the focus. About the quiet. The old man nodded. This is the first reward, he said. Not success. Not money. Not praise. Clarity. Adam asked if it would last. The old man shook his head. No, he said. It will leave. It will return, like time. The lesson was simple. Change is not loud. It does not shout. It whispers. If you listen, it grows. Adam thanked him. He left the shop. The sky was darker now. Night was coming. Adam felt something new. Hope. Not the loud kind. Not the fake kind. The quiet kind. Before sleep, Adam wrote again. One sentence. Today I walked with time. He turned off the light. The clock ticked. Still moving. But tonight, Adam was not afraid of it. The day everything slowed down. The next day did not start well. Adam woke up late. The clock was loud. Too loud. He sat up fast. His heart beat fast. That calm from yesterday felt far. He stood up in a rush. He checked his phone. Messages. Noise. Pressure. Time felt heavy again. Adam felt angry. Not at the world. At himself. He washed his face, but it did not help. His mind was running. He left the house late. The street felt crowded. Cars moved fast. People walked fast. Everyone looked busy. Adam tried to stay calm, but his steps were fast. His breathing was fast. At work, mistakes happen. Small mistakes, but many. He forgot things. He rushed tasks. Time did not respect him today. It pushed him. The clock on the wall felt like an enemy. Each minute felt sharp. Adam felt the old fear, the fear of falling back. At lunch he sat alone. He did not eat much. He thought about yesterday. Where did it go? Why was it gone? The afternoon was worse. A task failed. A meeting went bad. Adam wanted to quit. Not the job. The effort. He thought maybe this was fake. Maybe nothing changed. After work, Adam walked slowly. This time not by choice. By weight. His body was tired. His mind was loud. He passed the old shop. The lights were on. Adam stopped. He almost did not go in. Almost. Inside, the old man was fixing a clock. He did not look up. You look tired, he said. Adam laughed. Not a happy laugh. I lost it, Adam said. The calm. The focus. The old man nodded. Of course, you did, he said. Adam felt angry. Then what is the point? Adam asked. The old man looked up. The point is not keeping it, he said. The point is returning. Adam sat down. Time is not a straight road, the old man said. It is waves. Some days you float. Some days you sink. Adam felt quiet. So today is a sinking day, Adam said. Yes, the old man said. But you did not drown. That matters. Adam thought about that. He was tired. He failed. But he was still here. The old man continued. Most people quit on sinking days. They think the wave is the ocean. It is not. Adam breathed slowly. The noise inside lowered. Before leaving, Adam asked one question. How do I return faster? The old man smiled. You already did, he said. By walking in. Adam went home. Night felt softer, not peaceful, but softer. Before sleep, Adam wrote again. One sentence. Today was heavy, but I stayed. The clock ticked. Still moving. Adam closed his eyes. Tomorrow was waiting, and this time, he was not afraid to meet it. The small victories. Adam woke up early again. The clock ticked softly on his desk. He felt the weight of yesterday, but it was lighter now. Not gone, just lighter. He sat on the bed. He remembered the old man's words. The waves. Some days you float, some days you sink. Today he would float, slowly, calmly. He washed his face and looked at the mirror. The reflection was the same, but the mind behind the eyes was different. Adam made breakfast, not rushed, not distracted. He focused on each bite. He noticed the taste, the texture, the warmth. Small things, but important. He packed his bag and left early. The street felt different. The wind touched his face. Birds sang. People rushed, but he walked at his own pace. He arrived at work early. The tasks were waiting. He picked the smallest one, finished it fully, then another. No panic, no pressure, just focus. Minutes passed, hours passed. Adam noticed something. He did not feel tired, not yet. He looked at the clock. It ticked, slow, soft. He smiled. Lunch came. He walked outside. He saw people eating fast, talking on phones, complaining. Adam just breathed. He thought about his progress. Yesterday he sank. Today he floated, and that was enough. The afternoon was harder. Small mistakes tried to sneak in. Distractions appeared. The phone buzzed. A message from a friend. Adam ignored it. The clock ticked. He focused on one task at a time. Hours passed. By evening, Adam had finished much more than he thought possible. The weight of yesterday felt distant. Not gone, just distant. He walked home slowly. The air was cold. The sky was soft orange. Adam smiled again. Before sleep, he wrote one sentence in his notebook. Today I floated despite the waves. The clock ticked, and for the first time, it felt like a part, not a judge. Adam closed his eyes. Tomorrow would come, and he would meet it, prepared, calm, determined. The challenge of choice. Adam woke up before the alarm. The room was quiet. The clock ticked softly, but clearly. He felt calm, but deep inside, a little tension stayed. He knew today would test him more than the previous days. Breakfast was simple. He moved slowly, paying attention to each bite, each sip of tea. He thought about yesterday. He remembered the sinking day. He remembered how he had almost given up, and how he returned. Today he wanted to prove he could stay steady. He left home and walked to work. The street was alive. People rushed, cars honked, dogs barked. Adam noticed everything, but he did not let it rush him. He arrived at work early. The first task was waiting. It was difficult, something he had avoided for weeks. He sat down and stared. Nothing happened. Adam wanted to leave, but he remembered the notebook. He remembered the clock. He remembered the old man. 1 minute, one action, one decision. Adam started, slowly, step by step. Mistakes happened, small ones, but he corrected them, one by one. The task grew easier as he worked. Hours passed. By lunch, he had made more progress than he expected. He walked outside. The sun was bright. He breathed deeply. Adam realized something. Every challenge was like a wave. If he rushed, it could sweep him away. If he moved slowly and steadily, he could ride it. He returned inside and worked on the next task. Distractions appeared. A phone buzzed. An email notification. People talking loudly nearby. Adam noticed all of them, but he focused on what mattered. Time passed, and Adam kept moving forward. At one point, he felt tired. His back ached. His eyes burned. He wanted to stop, but he remembered the old man's words. Most people quit on sinking days. He was not most people. He took a short break. He drank water, stretched, then returned. The task was almost done. Adam paused. He looked around. He smiled. He had chosen focus, not comfort, not avoidance. He had chosen the wave instead of letting it sweep him away. By evening, the work was complete. Adam felt something new. Confidence. Not the loud kind, not the bragging kind, the quiet kind that comes from proving yourself to yourself. He walked home. The streets were empty now. He noticed lights reflecting on puddles. He noticed the sound of his own footsteps. He noticed time passing and did not panic. Before sleep, he opened his notebook. He wrote one sentence. Today, I chose the wave and did not sink. The clock ticked. It did not feel heavy. It did not feel like a judge. It felt like a companion. Adam closed his eyes, and for the first time, he truly understood. The real challenge is not the tasks. It is the choice to act, to focus, to keep moving even when the world pushes back. Tomorrow would come, and he would be ready. The first real results. Adam woke up early again. The morning was calm. The clock ticked gently on the desk. He sat on the bed and breathed slowly. Yesterday was hard. He had chosen the wave and did not sink. But today felt different. He felt energy he had not felt in years. Small energy, quiet energy. He made breakfast carefully. He noticed the warmth of the bread, the taste of tea, the sunlight through the window. Every small thing felt bigger today. He left the house early. The street felt familiar. But today, he noticed new things. The flowers on the sidewalk, a man smiling at a child, the sound of birds. He walked calmly, arrived at work before anyone else. The first task was waiting. It was difficult. Adam started slowly, step by step. He focused on one thing at a time. Mistakes appeared, but he corrected them immediately. He did not panic. The minutes passed. Tasks he had avoided for weeks were now done. By lunch, he had completed more than he expected. He walked outside. The sun was bright. The air felt clear. Adam realized something. Small actions done consistently lead to real results. Not loud, not instant, but real. He returned to work. The afternoon was busy. Distractions appeared. The phone buzzed constantly. People talked loudly. Emails arrived. Adam noticed all of it, but he stayed focused. He prioritized the most important task, then the next. Time felt different now, not like a judge, not like an enemy, like a tool. Each second mattered, each choice mattered. By evening, Adam finished all the tasks he had planned. He felt proud, not in a bragging way, in a quiet, deep way. Before sleep, he wrote in his notebook, "Today I proved myself to myself." The clock ticked softly. Adam smiled. He realized the first results were never loud. They were quiet. They were proof. Proof that discipline, focus, and choice work. He closed his eyes, and for the first time, he felt ready for the long journey ahead. Tomorrow would come. New challenges, new waves. But he knew one thing. Every day he acted. Every day he focused. Every day he chose to move forward. The results would follow. The first real results had arrived, and Adam could feel them deep inside, building the new path. Adam woke up early again. The sun was soft through the window. The clock ticked steadily. He stretched and felt the quiet energy inside. Yesterday had shown him results, but today he wanted more than results. He wanted a habit, a way to move forward every day. He made breakfast slowly. He noticed the taste, the warmth, the air around him. He left home calmly. The street was alive as always, but Adam was different. He walked with purpose, but without hurry. Arrived at work early. He looked at the tasks waiting. The difficult ones were still there. He smiled. He chose the first one and started step by step. Minute by minute, mistakes appeared. He corrected them immediately. Nothing shook him. The afternoon came. Distractions appeared. The phone buzzed. Emails arrived. Colleagues chatted loudly. Adam noticed all of it but stayed focused on one task at a time. By lunch, he had finished the first big task. A small victory, but meaningful. He walked outside for 5 minutes, breathed the air slowly. He noticed the birds, the leaves, the sunlight. Back inside, he started the next task. He repeated the pattern. Focus, act, check, correct, continue. Hours passed. By evening, Adam had finished more than he ever expected in a single day. He felt tired, but in a good way. Not the heavy tired of rushing and panicking, but the satisfying tired of consistent action. He walked home slowly, noticing the city sounds, the colors, the people. He realized something. Consistency matters more than speed. Discipline matters more than motivation. Small choices repeated every day change a life. Before sleep, Adam wrote in his notebook, Today, built my path one step at a time. He looked at the clock. Tick, tick, tick. It no longer felt heavy or judging. It felt like a partner. He closed his eyes, and for the first time he felt a quiet certainty that he could continue, that he could keep moving, and that each day would bring him closer to the life he wanted. Tomorrow would come. New tasks, new distractions, new challenges. But Adam was ready, because he had learned the real secret. Small steps done every day become unstoppable progress. And the path was now his to walk. Facing the inner wall, Adam woke up with a strange feeling. Not fear, not excitement. Something in between. The clock ticked steadily. He sat on the bed and stared at the wall. For the first time since he started changing, doubt appeared. Not loud, quiet and heavy. He thought about the road ahead. He thought about how far he still had to go. The mind started talking. What if this does not last? What if you fail again? What if this energy disappears? Adam noticed the thoughts. He did not fight them. He did not run from them. He stood up. He made breakfast slowly. Each movement helped him calm his mind. He remembered something important. Thoughts are not commands. They are just noise. He left home early. The street felt colder today. The sky was gray. At work, a new challenge waited. A bigger responsibility, something he had avoided for a long time. His chest felt tight. Fear appeared clearly now. Adam paused. He breathed deeply. He remembered the rule. Action before confidence. He started, slowly, carefully. Mistakes happened, more than usual. Each mistake tried to pull him back. Each mistake whispered, "You are not ready." But Adam kept moving. He corrected one thing at a time. The hours passed slowly. This was not an easy day. This was a heavy day. By lunch he felt drained. He wanted to stop, to escape, to pretend it was too much. He went outside. The air was cold. He closed his eyes. He remembered why he started. Not to feel good, but to grow. He returned inside. He continued. Step by step, fear stayed, but it became quieter. By evening, the task was not perfect, but it was done. Adam leaned back. His heart was beating fast, but his mind was calm. He had faced the wall, not broken it, but climbed over it. On the way home, he walked slowly. The city lights reflected on wet streets. He felt something new. Respect for himself, not pride. Respect. Before sleep, he wrote in his notebook, "Today I did not run from fear. I worked with it." The clock ticked. It sounded steady, reliable. Adam closed his eyes. He understood something deeply. Fear does not disappear, but courage grows. Every time you act despite fear, the wall becomes smaller, and you become stronger. Tomorrow would bring new walls, but Adam was no longer afraid of them, because he knew he could face them, one step at a time. A new way of seeing. Adam woke up slowly. The room was quiet. The clock ticked like always. But something inside Adam had changed. Not in a loud way. In a calm, deep way. He sat on the bed and did not rush. He noticed his breath, in and out. Yesterday he had faced fear. Today fear was still there, but it no longer controlled him. He made breakfast, simple and warm. He noticed his hands moving, steady, confident. He realized something. He was no longer fighting himself. He was working with himself. He left home. The street looked the same, but it felt different. People walked fast. Cars passed. Life moved. But Adam felt centered. At work, he noticed something new. Problems no longer felt personal. They felt like puzzles. Things to be solved, not enemies. He started working, slowly, with attention. Mistakes happened, but they did not hurt his confidence. They became information. He adjusted, continued. Time passed without pressure. By lunch, Adam realized he was calm, not excited, not stressed, balanced. He walked outside. The sky was bright. He noticed how light touched the buildings. He thought about the past, about how he used to rush, to panic, to avoid. That version of him felt far away. In the afternoon, a difficult moment appeared. Someone criticized his work. Adam listened. His heart reacted, but his mind stayed open. He asked questions. He learned. He improved. For the first time, criticism felt useful, not painful. By evening, his work was solid. not perfect, but honest. He felt satisfied. On the way home, he walked slowly. He noticed the sound of steps, the rhythm of the city, the feeling of moving forward without force. Before sleep, Adam opened his notebook. He wrote, "I see differently now. I am not behind. I am on my path." The clock ticked. It sounded calm. Adam closed his eyes and understood something important. Growth is not about becoming someone else. It is about returning to yourself, without fear, without noise. Tomorrow would come. New challenges, new lessons. But Adam was no longer searching for motivation. He had clarity, and clarity was stronger. Becoming the person who continues. Adam woke up before the alarm again. The sky was still dark. The clock ticked calmly. He did not feel rushed. He did not feel lazy. He felt present. He sat on the edge of the bed and stayed there for a moment, not thinking, just breathing. This was new. Before he used to wake up with noise in his head, regret, fear, pressure. Now, there was space. He stood up, made his bed carefully, not because he had to, because he chose to. He understood something important. Small actions shape identity. He made breakfast, simple food, slow movements. Each action felt intentional. He was no longer reacting to life. He was participating in it. Outside, the morning air was cold. He walked steadily. Each step felt grounded. He remembered who he used to be. Always rushing, always worried about results, always comparing. That version felt distant, not gone, but quieter. At work, a long, difficult day waited. Multiple tasks, long hours, unclear outcomes. The old Adam would feel overwhelmed. This Adam paused. He looked at the work and chose one task, just one. He started, slowly, focused. Mistakes happened. He corrected them without frustration. Hours passed. The work moved forward, not fast, but steady. During a break, Adam noticed something. He no longer needed praise to continue. He no longer needed fear to push him. He was driven by commitment, by identity. He saw himself clearly now. I am someone who shows up. This thought stayed with him. In the afternoon, fatigue arrived. The body felt heavy. The mind tried to escape. Adam noticed it. He stood up, moved his body, drank water, returned to work. He did not negotiate with excuses. He did not punish himself. He simply continued. This was new power, quiet, stable. By evening, the work was not finished, but progress was undeniable. Adam felt calm, not disappointed, not excited, grounded. On the way home, the city felt alive. Lights turned on, people passed, sounds mixed. Adam walked through it all without losing himself. He was not rushing to escape. He was not chasing tomorrow. He was here. At home, he ate simply, sat quietly. No screens, no noise, just stillness. Before sleep, he opened the notebook. He wrote slowly, I am becoming someone who continues, even when it is boring, even when it is hard, even when no one is watching. He closed the notebook. The clock ticked. It felt familiar, like an old friend. Adam lay down and realized something deeply. Change is not an event. It is a decision repeated daily. You do not wake up transformed. You wake up committed. Tomorrow would not be easier, but it would be clear. Because Adam was no longer chasing motivation, he was living alignment. And alignment does not disappear. It grows, one steady day at a time. The quiet proof. Adam woke up early. The sky was light blue. The clock ticked steadily. Nothing dramatic happened. And that was the point. He did not need excitement anymore. He needed rhythm. He moved through the morning calmly, washed his face, prepared breakfast, cleaned his space. Each action felt natural, not forced. Outside, the street felt familiar, but Adam noticed something. People reacted differently to him, not because he changed clothes, not because he spoke louder, because he carried calm. At work, tasks appeared as usual. Emails, requests, problems. Adam did not rush. He did not freeze. He handled one thing at a time, focused, present. Mistakes still happened, but they did not break his flow. He corrected and continued. Others noticed. Someone asked how he stayed calm. Adam smiled. He did not explain. This change could not be explained. It had to be lived. During lunch, he sat quietly. He did not scroll. He did not escape. He rested. True rest. In the afternoon, a pressure moment appeared. A deadline. A sudden problem. Old patterns tried to return. Panic. Doubt. But Adam stayed. He slowed down. He focused. He solved what he could and accepted what he could not control. By evening, the work was done. Not perfectly, but honestly. He felt solid inside. On the way home, he noticed something powerful. Results were appearing, not as applause, but as trust. People trusted him because he trusted himself. At home, he reflected. He realized progress is quiet. Real growth does not shout. It builds. Day after day. Before sleep, he wrote in his notebook, "The proof is in how I live, not what I say." The clock ticked. It sounded steady. Adam closed his eyes. He understood something clearly. When you change your inner world, the outer world responds. Not immediately, but inevitably. Tomorrow would come. New challenges, new lessons. But Adam was no longer searching for signs. He was the sign. The long road that no one sees. Adam woke up before the alarm. The room was dark. The clock ticked slowly. Tick, tick, tick. He stayed in bed for a long moment. Not tired, not lazy, just aware. He felt the weight of many days, many choices, many small actions stacked together. This was not excitement. This was endurance. He sat up slowly, put his feet on the floor. The cold touched his skin. He welcomed it. Cold meant he was awake. Cold meant he was here. He stood up, made the bed. Slow and careful, not perfect, but intentional. He understood something deeper now. Discipline was no longer something he did. It was something he was. He moved to the kitchen, prepared breakfast, the same simple food, again and again and again. Some days repetition feels boring. Some days repetition feels heavy. Today, repetition felt meaningful because he knew this was how change stays. Outside, the morning was quiet. Few people, few sounds. Adam walked slowly, each step grounded. He remembered the early days, when motivation carried him, when excitement pushed him forward. That phase was gone. Now only commitment remained. At work, the day stretched long, longer than usual. More tasks, more pressure, more waiting. This was the kind of day that breaks people, not because it is hard, but because it is long. Adam sat down, looked at the work. He did not feel inspired. He did not feel strong, but he started anyway. One small step, then another. Time passed slowly. Minutes felt like hours. The body grew tired. The mind searched for escape. Old thoughts appeared. Why am I doing this? Is this worth it? Will this ever end? Adam noticed them. He did not answer. He returned to the task. Again and again. This was not heroic. This was not dramatic. This was quiet resistance. Midday came, then afternoon. The work continued. Mistakes happened. Corrections followed. Progress was slow, painfully slow. This was the road no one talks about. The middle, the long middle, where results are far, and the effort feels endless. Adam felt the weight in his chest. Not fear, fatigue. He stood up, stretched, drank water, sat back down, continued. This moment mattered more than any victory, because this was where identity was forged. By evening, the task was still not finished. Old Adam would feel like a failure. This Adam felt something else. Respect. He had stayed. He had not run. He had not quit. On the way home, the city was loud. People rushed. Lights flashed. Adam moved through it quietly. He was not chasing anything. He was carrying something. Consistency. At home, he ate simply, sat in silence. No celebration, no reward, just rest. Before sleep, he opened the notebook. His hand moved slowly. He wrote, "I stayed even when it was long, even when it was boring, even when no one saw." The clock ticked. The sound felt heavy, but honest. Adam lay down, his body tired, his mind calm. He understood something few people ever understand. Most lives do not change in big moments. They change in long, quiet days. Days that feel endless. Days that demand patience. Days where quitting feels reasonable. Tomorrow would come, and it would look very similar. And that was okay. Because Adam was no longer waiting for the end. He was becoming the kind of person who can walk the long road. When the weight turns into strength, Adam woke up with heaviness in his body. Not pain, not sickness. The weight of consistency. Many days stacked together. The clock ticked. Steady, unchanging. He did not jump out of bed. He sat, letting the morning settle. He understood something. This tiredness was not weakness. It was proof. Proof that he had been showing up. He stood up slowly, washed his face, looked at himself in the mirror. The face was the same, but the eyes were different, calmer, more certain. Breakfast was quiet. The same food, the same movements. Repetition again. Some people fear repetition. Adam respected it, because repetition had built him. Outside, the air felt cool. He walked with steady steps. No rush. No hesitation. At work, the day unfolded. Tasks arrived. Unexpected problems appeared. A meeting, a sudden change. Before this would shake him. Today he adjusted, listened, responded, moved forward. During the day, someone noticed. A simple comment. "You seem reliable." Adam nodded. That word stayed with him. Reliable. Not impressive. Not loud. Reliable. The work continued. The hours passed. Fatigue returned, but now it had shape. It no longer crushed him. It supported him, like weight on a muscle, building strength. Midday he paused, not to escape, but to reset. He breathed, returned, continued. This rhythm had become natural. No internal drama, no negotiation, just action. By evening, something important happened. A small success. Not a big one. A problem solved. A responsibility completed. Others trusted his decision. Adam felt it. Not excitement. Alignment. On the way home the sky was dark. Lights reflected on the street. He walked through it slowly, thinking about how far he had come. Not from the beginning. From the middle. From the hardest part. At home he rested. Simple food. Quiet room. No distraction. Before sleep he opened the notebook. He wrote carefully. The weight is no longer heavy. It is making me stronger. The clock ticked. It sounded steady, familiar. Adam lay down and realized something. There is a moment when effort stops feeling like struggle and starts feeling like structure. He had crossed that line. Tomorrow would come. More days. More repetition. But now he knew he could carry it. And that made all the difference. Standing after the long walk, Adam woke up before the clock, not because he planned it, because his body had learned. The room was dark, quiet. The clock ticked anyway. Tick, tick, tick. He stayed still, listening, not to the clock, to himself. There was no rush inside, no pressure, only awareness. This was new. In the past, mornings were loud, thoughts fighting, fear pushing. Now, the morning waited for him. He sat up slowly, stretched. Felt the weight in his muscles, not pain. Memory. Memory of work, of long days, of staying when it was easier to leave. He stood up, made the bed. Again, same movement, same order. This habit was no longer a rule. It was a signal to his mind. The day has started, and I will show up. In the kitchen he prepared breakfast. The same simple food. The same quiet rhythm. Some people would call this boring. Adam called it stable. Stability was what held everything together. Outside, the sky was gray. Clouds moved slowly. The street was half asleep. Adam walked, step after step. Each step felt connected. He remembered the early parts of the journey. The excitement, the fear, the doubt, the urge to quit. All of it felt distant now, not forgotten, integrated. At work, the day arrived fully. Tasks, requests, noise, pressure. Adam did not brace himself. He entered, calm, focused. The work was heavy today, not technically difficult, but demanding, long, repetitive. The kind of work that tests patience. He started, one task, one step, then another. Hours passed. The mind tried to wander. Old habits knocked. Check the phone, delay, escape. Adam noticed, returned, again and again. This returning was now automatic. no anger, no frustration, just redirection. Midday came. The body felt tired, the shoulders heavy, the eyes dry. Adam paused, not to quit, to breathe, to reset, then continued. This was not discipline anymore. This was trust. Trust that continuing works. In the afternoon, something shifted. Not outside, inside. Adam realized he was no longer measuring progress daily. He was living it. He was no longer asking, "Is this working?" because the question had lost power. He was already different. Someone asked for his help. A small thing, but meaningful. Adam helped. Without hesitation, without ego. He noticed how naturally it came. Confidence without noise. As the day ended, the work remained unfinished. And that was okay. Adam packed up, not defeated, not anxious. He had learned something essential. Life does not reward urgency. It rewards presence. On the way home, the city was loud. Cars, voices, lights. Adam moved through it, grounded. He was not resisting. He was not escaping. He was part of it. At home, he sat quietly. A long silence. No scream, no sound, just stillness. This stillness was earned. Before sleep, he opened the notebook. The pages were filled now, not with dreams, with proof. He wrote slowly, "I am not chasing change anymore. I am carrying it." The clock ticked. Steady, faithful. Adam lay down and felt something deep. Not excitement, not relief. Readiness. Readiness for whatever came next. Tomorrow was not special, and that made it powerful, because Adam had learned. The real victory is not the finish. It is standing strong near the end, still walking, still choosing, still here. The day that looked ordinary. Adam woke up when the light entered the room. Not bright, not dark, just enough. The clock ticked, as it always did. He did not look at it immediately. He stayed still, listening to the quiet. This quiet was not empty. It was full of days lived with intention. He stood up slowly. His body felt used, not broken. Used well, like a tool that works every day. He washed his face. Cold water, clear mind. He looked in the mirror, not searching for change, just acknowledging himself. Breakfast was the same again. Simple, warm, familiar. He did not think about motivation. He did not think about goals. He just moved. Outside, the air was neutral, not inspiring, not depressing, just real. Adam walked, step after step. The street moved around him. People rushed. Cars passed. Nothing waited for him. And he did not wait for anything. At work, the day unfolded quietly. No big challenge. No crisis. Just tasks. Lists. Routine. This was the true test. Not hard days. Ordinary days. Adam sat down, chose the first task, started. The work flowed, not fast, not slow, balanced. Mistakes happened. He corrected them, without emotion, just action. Hours passed. He did not count them. He did not watch the clock. The clock watched him. Midday arrived. He ate, rested, returned. The afternoon felt long, repetitive. This was where most people drift. This was where Adam stayed. The mind tried to escape. He noticed, returned, again and again. No drama, no fight, just presence. Someone spoke loudly nearby. Someone complained. Someone rushed. Adam did not absorb it. He remained steady. By evening, the work was done. Not impressive, not celebrated, just completed. And that mattered. On the way home, the sky changed colors. Slowly, without asking permission. Adam noticed. He always noticed now. At home, he sat quietly. The room felt calm, not because it was silent, because he was. He did not think about tomorrow. He did not review the past. He existed. Before sleep, he opened the notebook. He did not write much, just one line. Ordinary days build extraordinary lives. The clock ticked, as it always would. Adam lay down, not expecting anything, not fearing anything, just ready to wake up and do it again. The time between moments. Adam woke up to the sound of rain, not heavy, not gentle, steady. The clock ticked beside the bed, matching the rhythm of the rain. He stayed still, listening. Rain had a way of slowing everything, even thoughts. He sat up slowly. His body felt heavy, but not weak. The heaviness was familiar now, like a coat he knew how to wear. He stood, stretched. The floor was cold. He welcomed it. Cold reminded him he was present. He moved through the morning quietly, water on his face, warm food, soft light, nothing special, everything essential. Outside, the rain covered the street. People moved faster, trying to escape it. Adam walked through it, not rushing, not hiding. He let the rain touch his jacket. At work, the day stretched wide, not difficult, just long. Meetings, waiting, small tasks that did not feel important. This was the space where impatience lived. Adam noticed it, the urge to speed things up, to finish, to get somewhere else. He resisted, not forcefully, gently. He stayed with the moment. The work required attention, details, patience. He gave it. Mistakes appeared. He corrected them, again and again. The repetition felt endless, but something inside had changed. Time no longer felt like an enemy. It felt like material, something shaped by how you move through it. Midday arrived slowly. He ate, watched the rain, returned. The afternoon carried weight, the kind that presses gently but constantly. The mind whispered, "Is this all? Is this it?" Adam did not answer. He continued. This question no longer scared him, because he understood. Life is not a highlight. It is a process. By late afternoon, someone made a mistake. Blame moved around the room. Adam stayed silent. He focused on solutions, not stories. That silence had power. The situation settled, not dramatically, effectively. On the way home, the rain stopped. The street smelled clean. Lights reflected on wet ground. Adam walked slowly, feeling the change in air. He realized something. Growth happens in the time between moments. Between effort and result, between hope and proof. At home, he sat quietly, listening to the leftover rain. His body rested. His mind did not wander. Before sleep, he opened the notebook. He wrote slowly, "I am learning to live in between." The clock ticked. The sound was steady, patient. Adam lay down. The day did not end with insight. It ended with calm, and that was enough. The life he chose. Adam woke up before the light. The room was quiet. The clock ticked. But today, the sound felt different. Not because the clock changed. Because Adam had. He stayed in bed for a long moment. Not tired, not rushed, just aware. He thought about the road. Not the beginning, not the end. The whole road. The ordinary days. The heavy days. The days where nothing seemed to move. He had walked them all. He stood up slowly. His body felt strong, not fast, not perfect. Strong in a quiet way. He moved through the morning, the same routine, the same simple actions. But now, they carried meaning. He understood something deeply. This life did not arrive suddenly. It was built, one choice at a time. Outside, the world moved as always. People hurried. Cars passed. Noise filled the air, but Adam moved calmly through it. He was no longer chasing change. He was living it. At work, the day unfolded. Tasks, problems, small wins, small losses. Adam handled them all, without drama, without fear. He did what needed to be done, and let go of what did not matter. By midday, he realized something important. Nothing magical had happened. No sudden success. No applause. But he felt fulfilled. Because fulfillment does not come from outcomes. It comes from alignment. In the afternoon, he helped someone. Not because he had to, because he could. He listened. He guided. He stayed present. And that felt like success. When the day ended, Adam walked home slowly. The sky changed colors. The city breathed. He breathed with it. At home, he sat quietly. The room felt familiar, safe, earned. Before sleep, he opened the notebook one last time. He read the old pages. Fear, doubt, effort, consistency, growth. He smiled softly. Then he wrote the final lines. "I did not wait for my life to change. I changed how I lived." The clock ticked. Steady, faithful. Adam closed the notebook, turned off the light, and lay down, not thinking about tomorrow, not escaping yesterday, just ready. Ready to wake up and continue. Because this was not the end. This was the way. This story ends here, but the path does not. If you saw yourself in Adam, if you felt these days, if you are walking your own quiet road, remember this. You do not need a perfect moment. You need one honest step. If this story helped you, stay with this channel, watch the next video, walk one small step today, and come back tomorrow, because real change is built, not watched. Thank you for being here.